Well then, let's move on to our next topic here. We got Matt Reeves is working on both the Batman universe and the
Hmm.
DCU universe. Raul, would you like to take it away?
Sure. The article here is we got Deadline. They say James Gunn is confirming that Matt Reeves is not only working on expanding his The Batman universe, but also developing a series set within the new DCU.
Say what?
Uh, DC Studios co-head is answering more fan queries on social media and confirmed that Matt Reeves is producing an Arkham series set in the Batman universe within the new world Gunn and Peter Safran are developing. A fan asked Gunn on Threads if Reeves is working on more projects in the Bat universe, in the Batverse, as they say, aside from the Batman Part 2, the Penguin series, and the Arkham series. Another fan asked for clarification about the Arkham series set in the new DCU. Gunn and Safran are working on the set in the new DCU. Gunn and Safran are working on called Chapter One: Gods and Monsters. This is his response here. He says, yes, we love Matt as a director and producer, so he'll be producing stories both within the Batman universe and within the DCU, Gunn said. Very interesting stuff.
Interesting.
And I think I do think, I remember before this, wasn't, wasn't Matt Reeves, didn't Warner Brothers do an exclusive deal with Matt Reeves to have him sign on to do projects with them? Something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming maybe that's probably part of it is that he gets to do more DC projects, and I'm hoping. I mean, I take that as James Gunn and Peter Safran love what he did with the Batman, and I mean, I love the Batman. I thought it was a great movie. And a lot of people did like it. Made so much money at the box office. Was very successful. Despite also, I believe it was also released day and date on Max. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Or a very short window before the theatrical release and the Max release. But regardless, it still did very well at the box office. And, so there's a lot of good faith in Matt Reeves right now. And the stuff he's done already with the Batman. And so it's kind of cool to see him being brought into the DCU as well. And this is an interesting one, an Arkham series, which is pretty cool. We'll be seeing a little bit more of what goes on behind closed doors at Arkham, at least in the DCU. And I'm excited about it. I think it's hey, he's great. Matt Reeves is great. I love a lot of stuff he's done. Bring him onto the DCU. Why not? James Gunn has faith in him too. I have faith in him. Let's see what he does.
The one thing I'm wondering is it's interesting to me that James Gunn got Matt Reeves to do the Arkham stuff, and so Matt Reeves is literally creating the wilder characters for James Gunn, but he's gonna make his own more realistic characters for his movies. So I'm wondering how he wants to balance that out.
Yeah.
Does that mean
How do you separate? Yeah, it's true. Like if I were him, if I were Matt Reeves, it would be kind of stressful to kind of do. Okay, I've got my Batman universe, and then I've got the DCU universe. How do you separate those out and make sure you kind of give them different feelings and different vibes?
yeah?
I don't. That would be challenging.
My thing is, I bet you $1,000,000 James Gunn is just doing this to convince him to just bring your Batman over to our universe. Just do it. Come on, man. So
Ah,
after a while, he's gonna be like, oh, I could see the correlation. Oh, it'd be kind of cool if I could introduce Killer Croc, and it'd be kind of. Oh, dang it, James Gunn, you got me now. I'm in. And then Robert Pattinson has no choice, and he has to join in. Like, what if the Matt Reeves universe is he's doing this trilogy that James Gunn agreed you can do the trilogy, you can make your own Penguin series and whatnot. But when your series is over, when your trilogy is over, that Batman goes into our universe.
Battinson is ours when you're done.
What if? What
Yeah.
if?
I don't know. I mean,
Not a
stranger
bad
things have
idea.
happened before. It would be weird though because they've clearly set up the Batman to have a certain vibe. But again, we don't know what the DCU, the upcoming DCU, is going to be like. I
That's
know
true.
maybe they might be able to mesh it pretty well. So, who
Gods and
knows? Who
monsters.
knows?
Yeah, so I think I gotta I don't know if you remember this, Raul, but we made a deal a while back that if
Oh
Pattinson,
God.
do you remember this? If Pattinson joins the DCU, no, I was about to say MCU. Batman is Marvel. Hi, Brock. If Batman joins the DCU, and it's Pattinson,
Right.
then I don't know what I was supposed to win, but if I lost, I'm supposed to dress up as Robin next time that
Yes.
happens. That
Yes,
announcement is
I
made.
remember this. You're supposed to wear the tights. You're supposed to dress up as Robin.
So I'm bringing it up because I'm holding myself accountable. I will do it. I will. It'll
I'm
be. And now we're on camera, so like you will see it on YouTube
That's
if
right.
you see this.
That's right. That's right.
But
I don't know. I'm still pretty confident. Get your tights ready. I'm
yeah.
telling you. Get your tights ready.
Well, listen, I'll end it with this though, because I really think James Gunn should have gotten rid of every other Elseworld thing and just done his universe. And I also think he should have wiped everything clean. I think he should have done everything from scratch. He should not be bringing back Peacemaker. He should not be bringing back any old actors that he was already working with that were part of the DCEU. I think you should have just started clean. Get
I
rid of
agree.
Pattinson.
Yeah, I agree. It's still messy. It's still messy.
So I am worried that because of the way Matt Reeves' stuff is working and his like, dude, you're gonna have to compare his Batman to Matt Reeves' Batman. And it's like that's just something why do we need to do that for these guys? You're clearly we can't have a Matt Reeves Pattinson Batman if he decides that he's gonna have to change it up, right? So like what is the opposite side of the Matt Reeves Batman? I guess it's a Batman who's a dad who has Damian Wayne, right? It's the only reason I could see them doing that. But it feels so early to be doing that already. But he's going to be in the same age range as the new Superman, who's like, I think he's like 29, 30 years old right now. So by the time his movie comes out, he'll be 32 ish. So we need a 32, 33, 34 year old Bruce Wayne to come in. Pattinson, I think, plays a 30-ish-year-old Batman. So that's why I'm like, just put him in. Just get him in there, you know?
I do have as much as I don't want them to include the Batman universe into the new DCU. I do have a theory that maybe they could. I mean, we are in the DCU when we see Batman in Brave and the Bold. He's already been established. He's older. The Batman films are dealing with his early days as Batman. They could play it off as though the Batman trilogy, whatever that ends up being, is technically, they'll maybe retcon it as technically being a prequel to the DCU. And
Mm.
then now when we get to Brave and the Bold, we're re-catching up, we're catching up and getting reacquainted with the same Batman. Now they could either recast
Ah.
with an older actor, or they can just, I don't know, age up Robert Pattinson a little bit, give him some older makeup, or do some deep fake or whatever, something like that. And they could keep because there's nothing right now telling us when the Batman takes place. There's
Right.
no really. It doesn't say, oh, this is 2000, early 2000s, or this is who knows when this takes place. I mean, obviously not in the 60s because it doesn't look that old, but you can kind of play around with it to maybe, say, like, oh, this took place before the DCU. It's kind of a prequel. So I don't know. You could play around with that, I think. But
Yeah.
again, I don't want to see them, I don't want this to see them bring it in. But if they did, that could be an angle.
I would love it. I'm just saying that's just how I feel about it. But I also we only know that I think this is year 2 Batman, right? Robert Pattinson's
It's year
Batman.
two, right? He's the second year of being Batman.
That's all we know. So I mean, if they did bring it into this timeline, if they're trying to keep it up as like it's 2024 in this universe, I guess it would make sense. They've never really specified what year it is. You're right, but I
Well,
don't
yeah.
know. Hopefully James Gunn comes up with something because this feels like a mess at the moment. And I think once
Yeah.
it's either he's gonna be in it or what I've said before in previous episodes. Once the Batman's done, then that's gonna disappear, and then all the Elseworld movies are gonna be just out of the way. Because I know they're also working on that new Joker movie, the Folie à Deux with Lady Gaga. I'm
Right, right.
If they do a trilogy of that movie stuff as well, then they'll do the third one, and then James Gunn will be like, okay, that's enough. Let's go back to my universe. Let's hyper focus on my stuff. I think he was being a little too nice when he decided to let everybody have their way and not just do it his way, you know. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.